everybody! I'm going to talk about some different gym ball options today because I love using gym balls in therapy, especially for therapy at home. So this one, my yellow ball, is a 45 centimeter ball. These ones are really good for kids, from really young kids who might need help to stay on the gym ball, to balance, to be held, to up to like mid-primary school age. I tend to find that the 45 centimeter is the best option. The grey one that I'm going to use a lot in my videos is actually a 70 centimeter ball, but I've got it a little bit deflated because that's just a little bit too tall for me. When you're working out what size of ball you need, what we're looking for is when you're sitting on the ball, or when your child is sitting on the ball, that your feet can be flat on the ground, and you can see my knees and my hips are pretty much at about 90 degrees. So I'll leave it up to you to think about ways to make it work for your kids, but know that this same activity, I often do it in the clinic with 3-year-olds and with 17-year-olds, and actually with 60-year-olds. So the first couple of activities that I'm going to go through today are going to work on balance as well as trunk and core strength. So these ones are good for kids really of any age. Just adjust the activity that you do to suit their age and their level. Some kids, it might be having toys or musical instruments that they can reach for and play with. Other kids, you might just be able to say, we're going to do high fives. So they're really good for any age. So the first one is just sitting on the gym ball. The easiest level would actually be to put the ball into a corner or against a wall, because that's going to stop it from wobbling around. Or if you're helping, you can hold onto the ball. So pop it in a corner or up against a wall to be really easy. Let kids hold onto it. And then to activate that tummy more, you just want to lift one leg up just slightly off the ground. The main aim when you're lifting the leg up is to keep your trunk really still. So I don't want kids doing this or doing this, sort of a wobbling movement. I want to get nice and centered, up really straight, and just lift one leg a little bit and try and hold it there for 5 or 10 seconds. Put it down and lift the other leg. If they're really tricky, you can get them putting their hands on their head while they do it. And they've got to squeeze their tummy muscles in order to make that happen. So that's our next activity, is to engage more of the side muscles as well. So it's around reaching. So you can hold a toy out to the side and encourage kids to reach for it. If kids are early doing it, if they tend to fall over a lot, hold the toy up a little bit higher. So as they reach, they're also stretching up, and that helps them counterbalance better. But if they're really good at it, you can make it more difficult by actually coming down onto the side. Then challenge them to use their other hand. So I've got to use my right hand to reach around this way, or to reach out really far, even reaching backwards. And all of those movements, the whole time, I'm having to keep the ball stable and under me. And that's where it works it. With some of my kids that we're really trying to get them working harder, I do high fives. So high five as quickly as possible and swap between up high, down low, do diagonals. So high five down here, up here, over here, down here. So keep them moving the whole time, and then swap hands. So you do it on both sides. Or you can do 2 hands at a time, because then as well as the movement and the reaching, you're going to get more rotation in. So handing little small toys to the sides, reaching to the sides, and doing high fives with one hand or both hands. For the next one, I'm going to add a bit more of a cognitive demand. So we're going to have a ball. So I'm by myself, so I'm just going to throw the ball up and catch it myself. But while doing it, I've got to concentrate on my balance and the ball. If it's too easy, lift one leg up. Or throw it to a partner and have them throw it back. When you're throwing the ball, sometimes aim so the ball's going to come a little bit to the side of your child. That way they're not just always expecting that it lands right in their chest or right on their lap. They actually have to use that reaction to reach over and grab the ball at different positions. aim of most of these activities that I'm going to do on the ball today is actually more about endurance. It's not about lifting a really heavy weight. It's not about doing it fast. In fact, the slower that you do everything, the more work it is. But it's really about getting endurance in the muscles to switch on and stay on for longer.